Whoops. My bad, chat. I didn't mean to pause the music there. How we doing today? I'm live. Let me switch this over real quick. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. Oh boy. Only one right now? Well, welcome to the stream. Okay, got some nice music. Forgot I even put this in my playlist, despite the fact it's like the second most recent thing in here. But hey. Salutations, hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Cool thumbnail, thank you. I made it in a hurry because I didn't have a lot of time this morning, and also, well, okay, I did have a lot of time, but you guys finding the, like, death poses of the characters in that game, for some reason, is just stupidly hard. Like, I could not find them. I don't know why it's not on the wiki. Okay, this is too loud. Hold on. I don't know why there's not a gallery section for the characters on the wiki. Like, for a lot of games, they'll have like, okay, this is like the sprite that they do when they jump. This is the sprite that they do when they're tying their shoe or something like that, right? But no, not on the Ultimate Chicken Horse wiki. And I was having a hard time finding a good close-up anywhere else. But eventually I just gave up and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I think it's gonna look like. And I think it worked for the most part. It doesn't look bad. At least I don't think it looks bad, but you know. Anyway, how are we doing today, chat? We're doing the Ultimate Chicken Horse OST today. Something that I did not know had one. But hey, now that I do know, and that people voted for it, that means that's what we're gonna do, I guess. Right, Crash Twinsanity lost twice in a row, so next week we're gonna do Crash Twinsanity. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, next week we're gonna do Crash Twinsanity. I will say that I should be starting classes technically today / tomorrow. So that's back up, so if I don't have a lot of time, that's why. Hello, Smile. Welcome to stream. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started here, chat. It's time for the Ultimate Chicken Horse OST. I like how, that's pretty funny, actually. Check this out, chat. So we have, you know, we have the rank board. I forgot that this is still here. So this is just the thumbnail image. So he's there. Shout out that guy. Party game. Yeah, I know a little bit about it. I've never personally played it, but I've watched quite a few people play it. This fish, true. Hopefully he's doing all right. Building section, race section slightly differ, separate, and sometimes not. Okay. I think the list that I have here is probably, the way that it looks is it's probably going to, I would assume it's probably gonna have them both in the same track, like just kind of like as a little transition or something. Hopefully that's the case, mainly because looking at the other version of this, I don't want to do the 9-hour-long one, and the 2-hour-long one sounds a lot better, in my opinion. But I will also just go ahead and drop this in chat. That is the link to what I'm using. So there you go, guys. Let's see. 2 new ones I haven't been added to OST yet. Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe this one is there. I don't know. It says 34 files. Unless that's just not the case. I don't know. Let's go ahead and get started here, chat, with main titles. I wonder why it's called main titles and not main title. I don't know. The list is complete. Noted. This is cool. I have not ever. I don't think I've heard this OST or like anything of it. This is kind of cool. It's usually the OST limit for a tier list. There hasn't really necessarily been a limit, especially with things like Ori and Xenoblade 3. Xenoblade 3 literally took 3. Nope, my bad. It took 4 streams to get through that one. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Also, very cool. I really like this. This is fun. I'm a big fan of, like, big band and some funk stuff, so I like this. It's very energetic. I like the like keyboard organ. It's very catchy. I'd say I'd also probably agree with maybe like an A or a B here. I'm gonna go A. It is the first thing we've heard, so the whole thing could just be like really, really good. Oh yeah, I do really like that bit. That bit's really nice. Alright, and then, yeah, that's the loop. So, we're looking at maybe around 2 loops here. I'm gonna be honest, okay, well, to be fair, that was the main title. I was gonna say, I don't hear the like, in-between round variant. Well, it's probably because it was the title theme, and I'm just slow. So, here we go. Let's start off with Waterfall. This is probably, like, the first actual one. Oh, this is nice. Hold up. I really like the bass. Tier list usually done compared to OST in general. OST from other. So, the way I kind of work it is, it's more or less my opinion, right? But as I go on through the OST, I'm gonna kind of shape it more towards the general kind of standing of the OST. Because, like, if I was to listen to Mario Kart World, like a B there, right, would probably be like an S tier in, I don't know, Hat in Time or something. Also, this is awesome. What is going on here? Who did they get for this? Genuinely, who did they get for this OST? Because this is sick. Oh my goodness. The building section? This is the building section, bro? Oh my goodness, the bongos. Oh, this is peak! Yeah, Macro Meatball is a really good channel for reacting to video game stuff. He knows... What is he? Is he an opera singer? Or am I thinking of the different guy? I don't remember what he does, but he's like a professional in his field, so... I would definitely get his opinion over anything that I do, to be honest. I just kind of listen to stuff. I'm just like, this one sounds pretty good, actually. But yeah, I do recommend Macro. He's a pretty good YouTuber. Or Marco. I keep calling him Macro. I've always accidentally called him Macro, by the way. Dude, this is good. This is insanely good. What is that? The clarinet? Love it. I love it. This has such a lighthearted feeling. Only soundtrack that holds up to Cuphead OST? I guess I could get that idea. If it's just gonna be like a bunch of like jazz / big band stuff, then yeah. This is the race section. I guess I need to kind of like go back and compare a little bit so I know exactly what I'm working with. It's a little bit harder for me to tell when there's like subtle differences, so... Alright. I'm gonna go back to kind of like around here. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit low-key, right? But see, that seems like it's already into the other section. I don't know. I don't know what the split off is. I would assume it's when it goes from this to like, where is it? This. I don't know. That's really, really good. That's like insanely good. Okay, I love that. That's really, really good. I love the one when it's got a very lighthearted feel. It's very nice. I love it. That's a really strong start, those two, which makes me very excited for the rest of this, to be honest. I've never heard this before. I've actually honestly never played the game, and I've not noticed the music. I've not noticed the music in any videos that I've watched. Also, hello Aaron, welcome to stream. Let's do Windmill. Okay, see, no, this sounds like this game. I feel like I remember this, actually. Oh my goodness. See, guys, here's the issue. I would probably agree that it's, like, maybe an A from like, an objective standpoint, but, like, in my opinion... I love big band stuff. I love jazz stuff. I love funk stuff. So if you throw it in front of me, I'm gonna like it, you know? Especially if it's done as well as this. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This one has a much darker tone. I almost was like This kind of sounds like something you'd hear in like a graveyard level or something, right? Also, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna guess the beat is like the race, maybe? I don't know. I still can't really exactly tell. You're just gonna have to tell me, honestly. But no, it's a windmill, I guess. The drums are nice. Strong point here, probably the like slap bass. Yeah, it's only like kind of slap bass. I don't know. I don't think, yeah, never mind. It's not. It just kind of sounded like it there, I think. Like a build up. Okay, yeah. That's fun. I love it. It's very dynamic. It has these crescendoing parts for like almost every measure. That's really cool. Also, welcome back. Yeah, that one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. I like it. I will say I can... This is probably, but definitely more of a B for me, honestly. But that's really cool. It sounded really, really cool. I like that one. All the music in this game is really good, to be honest, so far. We've only done 3, and I feel like these would rank really, really high in a lot of other OSTs if they were just like thrown in there. But it is about the what is the name of that word, bro? Aesthetic, I guess. I don't know. Alright, Pyramid is next. Okay, yeah. Video game pyramid / desert level. Giving a little bit of, Oh, what is that? The desert level in, Mario Odyssey. I'm specifically thinking of that one, mainly because it's got a very open-ended sort of feeling, you know? I like it so far. Okay, I've heard that. I've definitely heard that. Oh, that's nice. The saxophone? Hold up. Saxophone, I think, is really good at being paired with this sort of style of music. I don't know exactly what it's called, what the genre is, but honestly, it's like, oh yeah, if you have a desert level in a video game, you put that in there. Desert.mp3 currently, yeah, pretty much, bro. That section definitely made it stand out quite a bit. Techno jazz? I mean, mainly I was more talking about, like, the, I don't know, do you call it the cultural, genre? I think a lot of those are more of, like, a mixture of some cultures' music genres, to be fair, though. It's not just one set in stone. Ooh, I like that. Folk song? I guess. Yeah, you can always classify it just as, like, folk music, I suppose. Main theme keeps appearing here and there. I did not notice. I'm gonna assume that maybe might be? I don't know. Do I need to go back to the main theme? The main title to figure out the, motif? Turbo folk? I've never heard of that in my life. I will not lie to you. Because if I'm expecting it, then I'll be able to, like, you know, I'd be able to point it out wherever I hear it. Especially, okay. Just going back to this, because it was, like, the last thing we did. But the Slay the Princess OST kind of literally revolved itself around two distinct themes. So, you know, you could easily make the connection because you're basically always hearing the same thing, but just in different ways, right? This one, we've already got, like, 3 vastly different styles, almost. So, you know, it might be a little bit harder for me to tell. Mostly Balkan. I see. That one's really cool. I like it. I've always liked this style of music. They're always really good. Alright, very cool. I think I could probably also put that in B or A. I'm probably gonna go with B here. Maybe. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with B. I'm not really familiar all too much with anything Balkan related. Interesting. Theremin. Kinda got the classic, distant harmonica thrown in with some theremin. I'm thinking alien vibes, you know? Aliens in farmhouses. Very common trope because they steal cows, you know? They leave crop circles in the crops. Although I guess a harmonica is much less of a farm-related thing and more of just like a country-related thing. Especially like a western desert sort of area. But hey, Arizona is where Area 51 is. Make of that what you will. How the crop circles are actually made? No, literally no idea. I'm not really... I probably used to know, but then it's just never been in the forefront of my mind, so... Okay, this is awesome. Oh, this is beautiful. That was amazing. Oh, and this too, though? There's so much texture in these songs. It's great, dude. This variation. It's not repetitive. There's so much to grasp onto with this. True story. I'll believe you. I don't know. I'm not gonna fact check it. Seems legit. At least for the New Zealand, Australia area. That sort of part of the world just kind of has their own rules. I think they broke off from Florida or something. Maybe. I don't know. No expert. Easy A. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think this is another S tier. I really like this one. Do you have an all-time favorite music? Like a favorite song or a favorite genre? Because I do have different answers. Or yeah, you could also go with the all-time favorite OST. Song. That is a more difficult one, I'll be honest. Let's move on to tree bonus track while I think about it. Because there's a few things that I genuinely really love. Okay, I do recognize that this is the vocals of the characters in the game. It's gonna be really funny if it's just only the animal noises. Okay. Some harmonica. Oh, that's nice. It's like a live recording, I think. I could hear the guy breathe. Anyway. Favorite song ever, dude. I really don't know. That's such a hard thing to do. And I know that's like a boring answer. Well, everyone's gonna hit you with a... Oh man, that's kind of a hard question. But it really is. I love music, so... It is hard for me to choose. I did have a temporary, current favorite, you know? And... For the time being, that was, I believe it was, Exit Plan. Okay. Exit Plan by Fear of Dark. Now, I'm not sure if that's the correct one. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's the right one. I really liked that song. I think that I could probably change it to any Fear of Dark song and it'd be correct, but... this probably gets like a D. It's like... You got some, you know, and then you got like a slight, very short harmonic. You never, you know, it's not much, but yeah, it's a fun little thing. All right, dance party. Sabaton. Interesting. Okay. Okay, see, that makes it a little bit more apparent. I can hear that. Ooh, okay. Sort of like a little house beat, maybe? But it's very funky too. I'm actually unaware of who technically recommended it. I probably should just, like, stick a little thing next to my list that just tells me who recommended what. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is cool. This is good. It is a really nice fusion between sort of like a house beat, and then you have like the sort of jazz big band style. Very cool. I like it. My goodness, bro. Vibe Avenue and Clever Endeavor. Well, the Clever Endeavor is the name of the game studio. I guess Vibe Avenue is the people who did the soundtrack. I wonder what else they've done. Big Blue vibes. I can see that. With little ride symbols. Okay. I like it. Bringing back, yeah, bringing back the house though. That's fun. They're using the like. They're using the house genre as like a complement to the big band style. That's very cool. This is a really good one. Themes that they've done: Children of Zodiacs and Stories The Path of Destinies. At least those are the only ones that show up besides Ultimate Chicken Horse on KH Insider, so. Funk jazz mix, yeah. I've not done any reactions to any F-Zero tracks. Cool. Yeah, that one's really good. I don't know. I could put it in S, but I think this one might be an A to me. I don't know why. My mind was kind of telling me A through the whole thing. I think that it's a really good track though. Probably one of the best here. Yeah. I'll go with A, honestly. Alright, this is a Metal Plant. Underwhelming. Some record scratching, that's fun. Not everything can be a banger, but we'll see. We'll see. That's kind of cool, though. I really like that the record scratching is very reminiscent of, like, vocals. That's very fun. This is a really cool track, honestly. Oh, okay. Honestly, I really like this one. Ooh, some electric guitar, okay. You're not spoiling? What could you be spoiling, bro? Does this game have a story? Ultimate Chicken Horse campaign mode? Could be a fun idea. I don't know how you do it, but you know. Hello, welcome to the stream. I actually really like this one, to be honest. The lore! My best Matt Pat impression, guys. My best Matrick Pathu impression. That's his name, by the way. Matrick Pathu. Little known fact, I'm actually best friends with him, so you know. First time here? Well, hope you enjoy your first time in the stream, I suppose. We do this almost every Monday, where we vote for a OST, any video game OSTs, and we listen to it and rank it. This poor old dialogue. Well, actually, you see, they're actually just fainting, and they're not actually dying. This, you see, the barbed wire object is actually, it's actually made of, like, paper, so they're not actually dying. They're just pretending. That was actually really cool. I thought that was pretty cool, actually. I'll agree, it's not as strong as some of the other ones. Pokemon a scapegoat. Yeah, pretty much. I'd say that's probably like a B for me. I don't think it's like the greatest one, but I actually really like it. I feel like I could see myself moving it to A, but I'm gonna keep it there in B because there are some parts I'm not necessarily too keen on, but overall I actually really liked it. Alright, next we have Farm. See, now this is Farm, and the other one was just like, what was it? Old House? Was that the alien one? I don't know. Oh, Farm. Still good. Yeah. Oh, this is fun. Move my microphone. Me hitting Lad Timmy's Caterpie with my base 200 stab earthquake. And him living because he's actually fainted though. Farm in the background of Old House. Okay, well there we go. And they have the correlation with the harmonica, so that's cool. This is just a chill, fun one. It's not super crazy, but I enjoy it. Actually, okay, hold on. That's pretty good. That was really cool. I really like that section. Throw a little banjo in there. It is a farm after all. Well, child, be honest. If the tracks weren't, you know, if the tracks were longer, then I would probably pull up my drawing thing again and work on my team. I don't know who I'd draw next. I only have 3 left. But these are on the shorter side. Some of them are longer. Like this one's relatively a lot longer. And this song would be like cool emoji, croissant emoji. I don't know what the croissant emoji is, but cool, true. Do you ever do gaming streams? Not really. People don't usually show up to gaming streams, to be honest, and I don't know if I necessarily like doing gaming streams. I don't know, I haven't done them enough, so I'm not sure. But no, I don't normally do that. I've only done it like maybe twice besides the start of the channel, which was Scarlet Violet Pokemon. But that was just a thing that people voted for, so that's why I did that. Because I did Twitch before YouTube, and when I was doing Twitch, I also did OST stuff. Kind of an abrupt ending, but I actually really like that. That's a really solid one. I think a very solid one. I think that goes A tier. I really liked it. It's kind of reminded me a little bit of the Blob, so it's probably why I like it so much. All right, Rooftop. Okay. Simple. Ooh. Muted. Is that a muted trumpet or a muted saxophone? I do not remember the difference between them, to be honest. I think it's a trumpet. It's very nice. MVP Pro, if you really like this OST, I recommend checking out my De Blob coverage, the music from that game. It leans into that big band sort of funk genre. There's a little bit less variance in it. It mainly sticks to that with a few outliers, which I guess, to be fair, that's already what this is. But I think if you really enjoyed this one, you would also like that game. I've done the coverage of it. I don't know where the coverage of it is. I think it's just in a joint stream with a couple other things. But I'll just put it here in the chat. There you go. I think the first game there has a much more varied soundtrack, and 2 sticks a little bit more to the big band and funk areas of the music. But it's probably my favorite game in terms of music. It's really good. Yeah, that one's fun. That's interesting that it faded out, though. We've kind of only had, like, sort of abrupt endings. That was a really solid one. It was a little bit on the shorter side, but I'd say probably also like an A. I really like the mute a bit. Such a funny title. You're never gonna guess what the main character is. You're never gonna guess. He might be a blob. He might be literally de blob. I don't know. Anyway, icebergs next. Okay. This sounds silly. No, it's not Sonic the Plumber. No, no, no. Yeah, okay. So I have more consistently been able to hear that little, like, melody. So that's cool. When you pointed out there was one, I started to listen a little bit more for similarities, and I actually did hear it, so... This one's not bad. Okay, the little delay on the melody. First C. I don't know. I was thinking C initially, but as it's gone on, might not be. Might move up to B. I've always wanted to know what that style of, like, guitar is, the electric guitar there. It's like, you know? I don't know how else to describe it. It's like, I don't know what it's called, but I've always liked it. Ooh, okay. Oh, this is kind of sick. This one's awesome. It's a lot more electric guitar focused, right? Not a C anymore. Yeah, see, I agree. I think I'd still probably put it in B overall, but yeah, that's a really good one. Really solid. Okay. I forgot to turn the ringer off on my phone. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's cool. That's fun, that's fun. Yeah, I think B's probably good there. I think B's good there. Alright. Next you have party mode. Now this is a really short one. It's like only a minute long. Barely over a minute. 20 minutes? Okay. Let's go slow. Lost in music. Do timestamps after stream finishes? Go right on ahead. It's singling a small OST count. Usually, so the way it works, right, it doesn't matter what you submit. You submit anything, it goes on my list, okay? Regardless of how long it is. When I go to do a shorter OST, I usually check beforehand. I actually forgot to check beforehand this stream, but it worked out, because this is more or less about as long as a stream usually goes. But when people vote for it, if it's one of the shorter ones, I just do like a stream that's just like, oh, you know, it's just like a whatever stream. I call them just date streams because they just have the date on them. They're on my channel. That's fun. I think that one is definitely going to be our first C tier there. That was just kind of, yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, no, so when we vote for like something that's like too short to be like its own full stream, then usually I do like a joint stream where I just do like a bunch in a row, date streams, whatever you want to call them. They do like one or two or three. I don't think we've ever gotten to 4. We might have. I have no idea. Anyway, free play. But you are allowed to submit as many games as you want. There's not really a limit. You just have to there's a little channel in my Discord server where you just dump them all. Granted, that would make it take forever for certain ones to get done, but I don't really have a better way of doing it, to be honest. This one's fun. Oh, that's nice. Okay. I was going to say C at first, but after listening a bit more, it's nice. Oh, I like these little breaks too. That's fun. That's fun, dude. I like that. Awesome. That was very simple, but I think that was pretty good. I'd say B tier. I'd say B tier. All right, next we have the pier. Okay. OST top heavy, definitely, bro. I think this one might not get a very high ranking. If it stays this sort of like style in this genre, I will probably not like it. The song to start June exactly. When is the first day of summer, actually? Oh my goodness, I actually do need to flip my calendar. My calendar doesn't seem to want to tell me. I think it's the 21st. I think. Maybe. I don't know. Candy Crush? Yeah, I'll be honest, chat. Not my favorite OST. Calendar broke. I don't know. Why don't I just look it up? First day of summer 2026. Yeah, June 21st. Okay. Is that... Have I just not... Wait. Is the first day of summer the same every year? I've not noticed, nor have I been told. And nor is that a thing that I look up very often, to be honest. My summer starts the second my summer semester starts, which in which case was today, actually. Summer's the first day where I hate my life because it's unbearable to go outside or sit in my room. Speaking of which, it's actually getting really hot in my room right now. I genuinely hate the summer sometimes. Bruh. At least it's better than winter. At least it's better than winter. Last night, my room was extremely cold, too. I can't catch a break, dude. Okay, I don't dislike this song as much anymore. But, it kind of had to build up to get here. It reminds me of, Balloon's TD6 music. These official dates for seasons. I guess I've never really noticed. I think, realistically, I can put this in B. I don't think it's necessarily all that bad, and I can move this one maybe down to E, I guess. it's kind of not much going on in that one, so I think B is probably good here. Again, I don't necessarily dislike it all that much, but yeah. I'm always breathing manually, dog. Ugh. I'm like that. That's not true. I said that for the aura, but there was no aura. I'm coping and seething and molding. Alright, Elephantastic update. I love making people think about the game. Ever since I lost, I made it my goal to make people lose the game whenever I remember it. I have to take people down with me. You understand? OST sounds like Flying Beagle. Is that one album from the Japanese composer? I feel like I listened to that at some point. Unless I'm just trolling. This one's alright. That's fun. This is a fun one. I don't think it's anything too crazy, but it's fun. I'd probably put it in like B or C. I could go with B here. I could go with B there. I like the little banjo section. All right, next we got hacking into the mainframe. Okay. It's just chiptune version, I guess. We'll see. It might transition out of just the chiptune style. Yeah, I mean, it basically already has. Yeah, okay. It sounds like vocals. What are we talking about in chat? That one's lost on me. I don't know. Oh. What is their name? Daft Punk? Why is Daft Punk in my game about chickens and horses and ultimates? Oh, okay. Hold up. I like this bit. That's a very solid synth. Well, what's the real challenge? Ooh, okay. Yes, hello, John Depression. When will I tier list Payday 2? Whenever it gets voted for, man. I'm very scared about Payday 2 because from what I'm aware of, it has a decent chunk of copyrighted music in it. And sometimes when they put together these playlists, they don't take out the copyrighted music. They just leave it in there, and my stream gets muted. Are these actual words? Because I cannot tell what they are. I got copyright strike. I haven't gotten copyright striked, but I have gotten claimed and muted. And I try and avoid getting muted as much as possible, because if the whole point is listening to stuff, it doesn't really do anyone any good to not be able to do that, you know? I'm just gonna call you John Sadness. Or John Depression. Yeah. I wonder if this was specifically supposed to be like a kind of a tribute or a nod to Daft Punk. Oh. Arrow dodging, crossbow shooting. Okay, I got you. I got you. Yep. Flower dodging. Fair. That one's cool. I actually didn't necessarily... I didn't think I was gonna like it at first, but that one actually made up for it. I thought that was really cool. I think A. I think A there. I really like that. But, as for dual streaming, I've thought about it, and then I immediately didn't think about it anymore because my internet barely holds a connection to YouTube. So trying to stream to two different places would probably not work out very well for me, I'll be honest. Alright, challenge mode is next. Okay. Okay. Ever had any songs in the stink tier? I think so. They would have to be really bad in order to go in there, you know? I genuinely do like a lot of music, even the ones that I feel like aren't very good. I still give them like a lot of value. There are some that have genuinely made me mad, so I've had to put them there. See, this also kind of sounds a bit like Daft Punk. Or at least the vocals, you know? Resident Evil 1 basement theme. Yeah, we've done quite a few horror games in the past, and those can definitely have the least listenable music of all time. But sometimes they have really, really good music. It's all just a big mystery box, you know? You don't know what you're gonna get. That one's fun. It's nothing crazy. I like it. I could put that in B, I think. It's just a fun song. Alright, next we have Nuclear Plant. Nuclear Plant. Okay. We're immediately starting off with some, like, James Bond stuff. Okay, yeah, and there's Goldeneye right there. Interesting that it's related to a nuclear plant. Is the like goal to like are you like sneaking through it? I know how Ultimate Chicken Horse works. I don't know if there's like a insinuated setting as to why you're racing between the, you know, the start and the goal. If this is the like style of music they're putting here, I would assume, oh, you know, the goal is like a diamond or something, or like something that you can steal. As like a little, you know, background element. It's cool though. just take a lift and go up the stairs. Oh man! I was hoping there would be like some thematics there, but oh well. As long as the music's still good, I don't think it matters. Okay, see, now it's getting cold in my room. Wonderful. Soundtrack has a file explaining songs that you use. Okay. Might be good to know. Although I don't know if I own the game, so I don't know if you need to own the game to get the DLC. No more, no less. For me, I can withstand pretty hot temperatures, although sometimes it can get kind of discomforting, so I really don't like the cold, but I can stand hot stuff. That was pretty cool. I'd say probably like A tier, maybe. I think A tier's probably fair there. So far, I'm very surprised. I haven't really gotten any more like S tier things necessarily from any of these. These two are just like really, really good. I think if there was anything that might go up, I think it might be either these two, but I think I have a good distinction here. Like these two, I know for a fact they should be there. All right, next we have building a crumbling bridge. Oh, I like this. This is like your fantasy village. That's what I would associate with this style of music anyway. Oh yeah, I see it. Building a crumbling bridge and crumbling bridge. I guess I can just combine them, considering all of these have been combined so far. I guess when you don't have context for where things are supposed to be played, or what the setting is, or again the context, you can come up with some very wildly different conclusions about music. All right, so that was building a crumbling bridge. Now you have crumbling bridge. Yeah, it's got that like medieval slash fantasy village sort of style, you know? Spring is the best, absolutely. It's a final boss theme. This is definitely the part where this is the part where Slender Man chases you in the forest. That's the vibes I'm getting off this song. Another one way more like a final boss. Oh boy. Okay, hold up. This combination kind of reminds me of that one Natlin track from Genshin Impact. What was it? It's the... Oh, what was it? It's Children of the Echoes, but I don't remember what the name of the track is. That kind of reminded me of it for a little bit there. Interesting. Okay. The flute really leans pretty heavy into that medieval sorta aesthetic, huh? Also reminded me a little bit of Angry Birds Epic, because that song had like, oh, you know, fantasy slash medieval style music, but it was over the top goofy with it because it was Angry Birds. Just chill. I do like it. It's got a very nice vibe. I actually really like this. These two, or I guess a one in all of the rest of these cases. Very good. It's got a very steady beat. That's nice. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, next you have Jungle Temple. My favorite Minecraft structure that naturally generates in the Minecraft world. I don't even know if that's what it's still called. The trees. Yeah, no, this is definitely some video game jungle music. Ooh, wait. That guitar, though! Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Hold on. Jungle Pyramid? Again, I don't know when they changed the name. If it used to be Pyramid or used to be Temple. I don't remember. I would assume they would change it from a temple to a pyramid to, like, avoid religious themes. But, I don't know. A pyramid was more or less used for the same thing in a way, so... Giant boulders. That's true. Has any of you guys watched the recent Indiana Jones movie? The one that came out like a few years ago? I don't know if people even watch those anymore. I want to say I doubt it, but they keep making them. I know I didn't, obviously, but that was more of a curious question that I've had. Because I was thinking about it the other day, I was like, do people even watch, like, those movies anymore? Mainly because it confused me why people still watch Star Wars, but... yeah, you know. I don't watch Indiana Jones at all. Hey, bro, I'm right there with you. Me neither. I would also assume quite a few people just didn't even hear of that movie coming out. I also don't even know if Indiana Jones is popular outside of my country. So, you know, there's that too. But Jungle Temple, that's like a B. I like this style of music. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, next we have Volcano. So, before we do Volcano, I'm gonna make some predictions, alright? I want these, like, really deep sort of, you know, sort of deals. I want, what else could work? Maybe a sitar because it's hot. What else? What else? I don't have any necessarily other standout things that I know it would do, but let's just listen. Okay, not what I was expecting at all. Oh, final boss. This is the final boss. Got you. USA, yeah. I wasn't sure if it was like American football, where it's like no one outside of the United States knows what American football is. Because I'm unaware of the popularity of Indiana Jones in the global sphere. At least with Star Wars, it's like, okay, yeah, it's Disney. I'm sure it's popular everywhere. I don't know who owns Indiana Jones. Nor have I heard anyone care about it in like a billion years, so there's that. So far, so cool. Oh, okay. Fair enough then. Ooh, okay. Throwing in the main melody with the, like, just kind of in the background. It's noticeable. That's cool. I really like that. That is a really nice style of electric guitar. I love it when it's really drawn out like that, very spacious sounding. I heard about him and how many. I mean, yeah, that's basically what I was saying. I saw like in like a YouTube ad, maybe, or like a TV ad that they're like making a new Indiana Jones movie, and I was like, people still watch Indiana Jones? And then I never heard anyone talk about it after that. And then it recently was put back into my mind when I was thinking about Star Wars, so, you know. Milk the cow dry? That's the thing, is they're milking a dry cow. They're milking a cow that hasn't had grass in like 50 years. The cow's dead. They're milking a dead cow. They're beating a dead horse. Alright, technically you didn't stutter, to be fair. This one's cool. I'll say for me though, it's not necessarily my favorite thing. I would probably put this in C. I could see where people would put it higher. I don't necessarily care for it too much. That is just me though. That part I do like, actually. That little bit I do like. But it's like a little hopeful section that... Oops. It's a little hopeful section that doesn't last as long as I would want it to. If it lasted longer, I would like it more. But, you know. Simply amazing update. Simply amazing. Okay, I already like it. Because of that electric guitar. That's fun. Okay. Sounds like something from a trailer. So, you're not gonna believe this. You're gonna want to sit down when I tell you this. Oh, this is gonna blow your mind. Ooh, okay, that's fun. That was fun. I like that little bit. I wonder. I would assume all these little sections are like referencing the new like maps they added. That's my guess anyway. Could be wrong. That one was really solid. That's a really good one. I really like that. I like all the little variants in there. A tier. Alright, next we have Roller Coaster. Oh, whoa. I wasn't immediately expecting that. That's fun. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The rock organ, bro? Come on. Beautiful. This seems like it's the longest one in the list. Yeah, seems like it's the longest one in the list. That's kind of interesting. Six minutes long. Oh, that's fun. I like that. This is a good track. This might get an S tier, I'm not gonna lie. We'll see. Mmm. Building up. Seems like it. Okay. All right. Very solid synth. Okay, that was kind of an interesting... Less hesitant. Oh, whoa. That's an interesting way to do that. Okay. I like these like less intense little break sections. This is fun. I'm the biggest fan of rock, me neither. I'm not the hugest fan of like metal and like some more heavier rocks music, but this is really solid. They have a good mixture. Oh, hold up. The solo though. Okay, that is one thing I will say. I feel like that is like a slight issue for me. Just a singular gripe. It's that the really high intensity sections I feel like are too short. Like they end kind of abruptly. That they don't have a they don't have a good what's it called? Wow, bro. Me when I never remember anything actually. Resolution. Either way, I genuinely do think this is probably another S tier. Our first in a while. Animals definitely were. I really like it. I really like it. Oh my goodness. Right back. Okay. Again, extremely good. Did I ask though? Dude. John Depression totally owned you, bro. You got pwned. PWND, bro. Alright, acrobatic update. Another update. If you see something, say something. Oh! What is this heavenly music entering my ears, bro? Oh. Okay, so that's definitely the ballroom one, right? Spoilers. I like this. This is better than the last one, honestly. There's a kind of a bunch of goofy stuff in here. Oh, kind of an abrupt ending there. Kind of weird. But that surely wasn't the whole thing, was it? I think A is fine. It's really good. That's really good. Alright, these ones also kind of split up into building and normal. I'm just gonna start with the building one and then go to the normal one. So just like we've kind of been doing. So yeah, let's do that. This is ballroom. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's definitely waltz music, right? 3 count. Very common for ballroom music in games and stuff. Like the more than any actual lines. It's like when you watch shows for hype moments and aura instead of story. Like the update is your daily TikTok fix, right? Your doom scroll, and then the like actual music is the is the like 3-hour-long video essay. You know? The educational, like, well put together video essay versus the like AI dubbed clip of Malcolm in the Middle. To be fair though, it was really solid. I liked all the bits from that one. This is nice. I like this. I've always really liked the 3/4 rhythm. All right, now we listen to ballroom. It makes the music very nice though. I don't know. There's something about it that just makes it very palatable. Very solid. I love it. I love it. Have you ever danced a waltz? I mean, I've danced, but I've never danced a waltz, I think. I suppose since I know how to dance, I don't know how different it is than a regular, you know, just like a courteous dance. But no, I don't think I've ever necessarily danced specifically to waltz music. But if it's similar enough to like regular dance, then yeah, I probably could. Doing guests for a racing party game? Fair enough, probably not. It sounds a little bit like that one Mario Kart level. Was it Peach's Garden? Maybe, I don't know. Horse jockey. I do really like them. That's a very good one. A tier. Hold up, though. What happened? Something happened? I think the idea was chicken jockey was what happened. Solid. Yeah, no, that's really good. I really like waltz music. Well, not doesn't always have to be waltz, I know. It's just 3/4 time, but I always like that style. So, you know. I think A. All right, next we have space. So, we're going to start with building in space then go to space. That's interesting that it's the same 3/4, you know? Okay. I don't think it's exactly 3/4. It might be 3 something else. This is ballroom? Oh yeah, I'm actually just stupid. I clicked on the building thing. I was like, this is literally just like the same thing, but like before. Duh. Okay, see, yeah, no, that makes much more sense, actually. But it made me listen to it again, so I guess there's that fun little addition of I'm not sure if that thing is in 3/4 or 3 something else. See, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, why does this literally sound like the same thing? Well, if we put our thinking caps on, it's because I clicked on the same thing. We don't have many left, chat. I think we only have like 6 more after this one. Okay. Again, leaning more into a kind of empty, sort of synthy sort of thing, you know. That's traditional space music in video games. Although this one is a lot more heavy on the bass, it seems. Something I don't think you'd necessarily see super often. Or I guess here in this case, yeah. I like the, slight little bongos here and there. There's a lot of time for celebration. We have 3 more after this one. Or I guess the 3rd, so what, 2 more? No, it'd be 3. The building version of this is very long. If that's the case, then this one's probably the longest we've had. And it wouldn't be, what was it, roller coaster? Building is Well, they're actually the same exact length. I wonder why. Maybe it's the same. Alright, let's listen to space then. Okay, no, it's got more. Oh yeah, adding the theremin, okay. You know, this is tons of classic, like, video game space-related stuff. Oh, I really like that electric guitar. That's really solid, I like that. I want to say specifically that, like, you know, that in the background, it's specifically used in some of the observation domes in Super Mario Galaxy 1. I don't remember which one necessarily, but it's very noticeable. Wow, okay. I do really like this one. I think I can move Ballroom up, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm going to. That one's really good. I really like it. I really like that sort of thing. I think Space can get like an A. Okay. See, I'd assume this is a, where it would loop. I don't think so, though. Yeah, definitely a very solid track. I think A overall for both of them. All right, cool. Next we have Transformidable Update. Interesting. Background noise mixed with music, yeah. Is it a farm remix? Oh, hold up. Hey, that got me excited for what we're going to do. Okay. That was cool. See, I would not be able to tell you, like, the switch to all these. Some of them do sound a little bit, like, similar. This one, pretty solid. I'd say I like the Chimply one more. And I guess the acrobatic one's also there. It's pretty good, though. I think, I could guess I could put it, like, right here. Maybe. Between A and B. And then I guess I could also move this one about between A and S. I think, yeah. Some of these ones where I'm a little bit, well, I'm not really sure. They could go in either or. I think I can kind of split them down the middle. I think that's fun. All right, next we have Celebration. Oops. Okay, I'll fix that. Celebration. Is this gonna be that sea shanty sounding one? It might be. Might be. Okay. So far, so good. I like it. Oh, I like that. That's fun. Fun rhythm. For the map Metro. That is a very interesting Metro. That is a very interesting, like, this is a very interesting piece of music to put in a metro area. I was immediately thinking like beach pirate ship, something along those lines. Ah, I really like this one. This one's really good. Ooh, okay. This, maybe I could see this more in a Metro context. Not entirely, though. Metro in Paris? See, I don't think I would get that, though. I guess I've never been to Paris, so I wouldn't know. Gotta ask our friend, Charlie. She's French. But, she also isn't here right now. Unless she's lurking. I don't know. Could be. Could be. I have an extremely diverse audience, I've noticed. I really do wonder why that is. I think Aaron's like one of the only ones that consistently shows up that is from the States like I am. Who has at least explicitly said so, you know. There could be others that have just not said where they're from, because why would you do that on the internet? Not like I've never done anything like that. a video on Vibe Avenue's channel where the guy plays violin and does tap dancing at the same time. My goodness, bro. It's for a game about chickens and horses. What are we doing? They're just farm animals! Why is the music so hard? That's crazy. Well, you see, Hive Avenue, we're gonna make this silly game about chickens, horses, maybe a raccoon, maybe a sheep. Just, you know, just some animals. Just some farm animals. You don't need to go too crazy on the music. Literally them, by the way. Yeah, no, that one's an S tier. Thumbs up. That one's just an S tier. That was really good. That one was like insanely good. I don't know why, but I just really liked that one. And I'm not even decisive in terms of, oh yeah, ballroom could go here. No, it's just S. It's just S. All right, Island Buddies is next. We only have 3 more. It's exactly what happened to Cuphead. Well, okay, at least with Cuphead, they wanted to mimic that era. And what's better to represent than like 1930, 1940 era than with, you know, some big band and some jazz. And that's exactly what they did. That one made sense. Although I will say with old cartoons like that, what it's based off of, I feel like they used like classical music a lot more than Big Band, and Big Band was just like another popular thing. Because I used to watch quite a bit of Tom and Jerry, and they would basically just use like orchestrated classical pieces that were remixed to be more modern. This is some nice tropical vibes. Very lazy, very lazy. Gotta be. Like the trombone? Very fair. Are we still in the, building? Gotta love steel drum. Very nice. I like that. Daytime and nighttime cycle. Okay. Okay, I really like that. That's really good. Anyone has no difference between racing and building. Well, will it not? Does it not show me the night version? Or is the night version the Kraken? Next one. Okay. Fair enough. That's really solid. That is a very good track. I like it. A tier, honestly. It's very simple, but it's great. And sometimes you don't need super complex stuff, and the simple stuff is what works. But that solo was really good. I can't lie. Very stand out. Alright, the Kraken is next. Okay. Okay. It has the more minor key as its main bit, whereas the other one, it was just like a different section. This is like very dramatic, very how I say cinematic, you know? Kind of adventurous. Hold up. Oh, this is cool. I like it. Pirates of the Caribbean, yeah. What in the world was that? I was initially thinking like that's what I would expect like from a hero slaying a dragon sort of vibe, you know? If you add very specific things, it can become a lot more contextual. Like, you can insinuate a little bit better that there is a sea aspect to this, right? I'm not sure what it is. Probably that, if I was to assume. I would probably not see Dragon Slaying Hero with a very interesting keyboard sound. That is a very nice electric piano sound. I really like whatever that sound is. Oh, this is awesome. I actually really like this low-key kind of part. This is nice. Yeah, this is really cool. It's super distorted, too. When they throw that bell in there, it's really funny. It reminds me of the Calamity soundtrack. Because that's like that soundtrack staple. You gotta have that bell in there. I don't know what it is about a bell that increases kind of the severity of a situation being pictured by music, you know? I guess described, you know? It can do a lot. I think it gives off sort of like a sense of finality, you know? That's probably why they used it so often in the Calamity soundtrack, because that was based very heavily around fighting increasingly stronger opponents. This is also a really solid one. I will say, the sections like this while I don't care for, there's a lot of really cool stuff in it. So while I think the cool parts are like A and maybe even S tier, overall more of like a B tier. So as far as I am aware of, this is the last one for our list, at least the list I have here. I don't know if I missed stuff, but the next one should be the last one. But yeah, no. I say B, although there's a lot about that that I really, really liked. So. 2 new ones aren't on YouTube, unfortunately. Alright, Toxic Tower. Interesting. Whoa. Lots of heavy distortion on this stuff in here. Okay. Oh no, it sounds like Portal 2. I have done Portal 2 before. I don't remember it super well. Most of what I remember from Portal 2 was that almost every track in that game was like extremely atmospheric. Like, it could sound like Portal 2, but I probably would not remember. This is a very interesting one. I'm not sure what to think of it. For starters, I don't even really know what genre it is. If it even necessarily is a genre, you know? Again, a lot of distortion. I wouldn't say it necessarily sounds bad, though. Techno? Some form of electronic music, that's for sure. I think so far there are parts that I like and parts that I don't. I'll probably end up putting it in C, but we'll keep going. We're only halfway through it. Kind of like a soft reset there. Very interesting. Okay. That's scary, dude. That's scary, man. Don't do that. building sections. They could specifically have like little dynamic sort of lead-ins to each little detail. So there's actually on the same site, if you look up Ultimate Chicken Horse, you know, the one that I'm using to look at this, there is a game rip. And game rips are not like soundtracks where it's just, oh, every official soundtrack or of the, you know, the lack thereof, right? No, with the game rips, they import every last single file, audio file, into the thing. And what I noticed was a lot of these have a lot of audio files. Again, it was 9 hours long, a lot of audio files. So I'm going to assume that that is what they do, is they just have a bunch of conditions that kind of cleanly transition into each other to make the overall experience. And then they have like their soundtrack version like this. But I don't know. I could be wrong, I could be right. Who knows? I can actually check it out just as like a reference to see maybe what it would do. I don't know, let's we could see. But for now, this is all of them. Which one was my favorite? Waterfall. It was just Waterfall. No point about that. It's just Waterfall. Because, yeah, like, if I look here, for example, I see... let me see if they're, like... Yeah, they're ordered by... They're alphabetized. So if I want toxic, I'm going to have to go down to T, I suppose. Probably. Let's go down. Or I could also probably just Control F, toxic. Yeah, here we go. Alright, you have toxic transition. First song. Okay, it was technically the second song. Alright, let's get things straight. Main titles was the first song. Okay, let's just keep things straight. It was the second one, by technicality. It was just that good. It's such a unique track. I really, really like it. And I was honestly, I don't even know if I mentioned it, but I was like, I kind of want to put that on the like playlist for the like beginning of streams, you know. And then we got Toxic Tower transition up to 2. Transition up to 3. There's just a whole bunch of different stuff there. Okay, where's the next one? Well, there's ambient level. There's some sound effects. There's actually a lot of sound effects. I don't know. I'm not sure how all that works, but I'm sure it's a very well thought out thing. So yeah. I don't know, there's just something about Waterfall, man. That's just really good. That's just really good. I don't know what about it is, but it's just amazing. Anyway, alright, chat. Well, that is the Ultimate Chicken Horse OST ranked. Let me know what you think. Not in the comments, because YouTube has decided that I don't get those anymore for some reason. But you can join the Discord, and as a bonus, if you join the Discord, you can put your own stuff in there. Let me put on some music. Let's go with a classic, that one. Yeah. Here we go. Thanks for streaming. Hey, no problem. I hope you enjoyed the stream. But yeah, no. Let me know what you guys think of my rankings here. Maybe you think that I rated Volcano a little too harshly. Maybe it needs to go up. I don't know. Or maybe I'm glazing Waterfall too much for the first OST. Well, I don't know. It's all subjective anyway. But let me know what you guys think about the rankings here in the Discord. where you can submit your own OSTs that you want done, just like this one. But I'm glad to be the first to react to the Ultimate Chicken OST, because it definitely deserves to be reacted to. This is really good music. Definitely a surprise, in my opinion. I was not expecting the level of quality out of this. I might be checking out the creator's other works as well, and I will probably also add Waterfall to the list if I remember. I guess I could do it right now while I'm, just talking. But anyway, yeah, that is the tier list. Any other things? Oh yeah, Crash Twinsanity lost twice in a row for the polls, so it's going to be our next stream next Monday. That is, if there will be a stream next Monday, because I just started school, just started college again, so my classes might take up that time, but we'll see. I'll try and make time. I don't know how intensive they're going to be. I am also not Mr. Wozniak, unfortunately. He's so cool, dude. He's so cool. Anyway, I'm going to switch over to my Be Right Back screen, because I will be back soon, and the music ended. Alright, anyway. Yep, so thank you guys for coming to the stream. Hope you have a good day or night wherever you are. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for dropping by, and have yourself a good one. Peace and goodbye.